Yo, it's your boy Jay Best, and welcome back to the Straight to the Point podcast, season 2. Okay, I said it, season 2. Season 1 is gone, season 2 is here. I feel like just yesterday I was making my first episode of this podcast, but now we are a year removed from the very first episode. All right, first of all, I want to thank everyone that watched season 1. Okay, whether you was a daily listener or you was a every other week, something like that, I appreciate you anyway. Okay, I appreciate y'all that watched. I really appreciate y'all that commented on videos. Those of y'all that sent me text messages, that really fueled the fire under me to keep going. All right, and to be better than I was last year. All right, so over the summer when I stopped the first season, I really went back to the drawing board. I really said what I should do, what I should change. The background being different is not something that I wanted to change. Okay, it was a change of residency. Okay, I moved. I left the apartment I was in last year. Now I'm in a new one. That's why the background is different. I'm digging it a little bit, not necessarily as much as the other one. I ain't got my Kings of Comedy poster. I ain't got my other Steelers sign that I had last year. But y'all can't see the bedspread, the Steelers bedspread. Can't see that either. But I did get these 2 new signs. I'm feeling it a little bit. I still gotta adjust to it. It looks new, right? Me looking at the camera, I don't see what I saw last season. All right, I see a whole different thing, so it's new. All right, the mic, I gotta hold the mic. Can't put the mic on the desk no more. It's different. All right, but we will adapt. AIO, something my dad taught me: adapt, improvise, and overcome. All right, so I want to once again thank y'all for watching season 1, and thank you for the. I'm tripping. Thank you to everyone that was helped me build this from the foundation up. Y'all know who y'all are. I ain't gotta say no names. Y'all know exactly who you are. I want to thank y'all for helping me just make this. Even though we're a year away from the first episode, y'all are the reason why I'm here today. All right, so y'all, once again, y'all know who y'all are. I ain't got to go down no list of names. A couple of things I want to say before I start today's episode. Today's episode, I will be talking about my NFL pyramid. Okay, so like I did last year on the very first episode, I did a pyramid from the bottom up. The worst teams at the bottom, the best teams at the top. You will see what I mean a little bit. But real quick, got some quick news for y'all. This year is different. Okay, like I said, Exhibit A, background. Okay, it's a different year. Okay, a different season. This year, well, last year I was solo by myself. I really wanted to go at my own pace. I had my little brother up here for like 2 or 3 episodes, but I really wanted to do my own thing. I decided this year to have a partner in crime. I call him my part-time partner in crime because he's going to be on every Friday episode. But next week, before the first game of the year, on that Tuesday episode, I'm still do Tuesday and Friday. I'm going to still do that. On Tuesday, he will be joining me next week. So we can make predictions for the season. And then on Friday, he'll be joining me because that's when he's normally supposed to be here. Okay, so he will be on Fridays. I'll be by myself on Tuesdays, except for next Tuesday. I'll be by myself, and he's going to come on and we're going to do hot topics. We're going to do our picks for the upcoming weekend. And we're going to keep track of that and see who has the better record. The guy I'm talking about, his name is Logan McDougal. Okay, some of y'all know him because y'all know me. Y'all know him through me. Logan McDougal, he played quarterback with me in high school. He was a year ahead of me. All right, so he was more like a mentor / older brother. All right, and I know that our minds we think the same. We think the same, but it's different. And you'll see what I mean when he comes into the show. So I really wanted him to join. We saw each other this year at a basketball tournament. Okay, I was coaching. He was running the tournament. He was working at the front table. And as soon as we saw each other, instantly, we started talking sports. I mean, instant. Like, as soon as I saw him, we were talking about the NFL, cracking jokes on each other's teams. He a Texan fan. I'm a Steelers fan. Started going back and forth. And I'm talking, we were standing there for about 30 minutes just talking about football, to be specific, football. And I remember my mom was mad at us for taking so long, talking, we was trying to leave. And just that, like, it was instant, you know what I'm saying? And I really enjoyed that And I look back at our high school years. We did the same thing in high school. We talked about sports all the time. So I decided to bring him onto the show. I think he's going to make this show a lot better. He's going to make me better because he's going to make me bring my A game. So Logan McDougal, and I'm sitting here like thinking I'm Stephen A. Smith and he's Shannon Sharp. You know, Shannon Sharp about to be on First Take. I'm sitting here like, ooh, Shannon Sharp joined my show. Logan's not a big time name. I'm not a big time name, right? We just two dudes trying to make something happen, trying to make something shake. And I really think y'all will be in for a treat when he joins me. Y'all gonna be in for a treat every episode because I'm gonna be here. But especially the episodes when he's here because he's gonna push me to be better. I'm gonna push him to be better, even though I'm gonna make him look like a fool. Secondly, for those of y'all that follow my Instagram, my account, my Straight to the Point Instagram, sorry. I made a post on my story a couple of, probably like last month, something like that, month or last, about a brand of t-shirts. Eventually it's going to be hoodies and hats, stuff like that. But right now it's t-shirts. Okay, me and my family, my little brother came up with this idea to do a Christian brand apparel. Christian apparel. Okay, couldn't think of it. Christian apparel. All right. Y'all know the word him. Okay, y'all hear it a lot. Y'all see when somebody's good in basketball, the Luka Doncic of the world, Steph Curry of the world, LeBron James of the world in football, the Mahomes, the Aaron Rodgers, the Derrick Henrys. We always say, oh, he's him. That's him. You know what I'm saying? That's a new phrase that we're using now. But what we did was we took the word him, because it's a very popular word, a popular saying now. We took it, we baptized it, and then we turned it into an acronym called Heaven in Me. All right, Heaven in Me. That is going to be on the t-shirt. You can see it on the screen right now. This is the t-shirt that we actually made a sample shirt and gave it to a really close friend of ours, basically family. And he wore it. He's a youth pastor. He wore it to his church and got a lot of good comments on it. Most of y'all that follow my account saw it. Y'all swiped up and said something about it. And we also have an Instagram for the brand. All right, you can find all of that under this video in the bio section of this video. All right, where you see the name of the video and everything. I will put it in the description. The description under this video. You will see the links to not only my Instagram account for those of y'all that don't have it, but the Him brand, the Him apparel account as well. All right, so we came up with this idea a while ago, and we just started making shirts a couple weeks back. We was about to make about 90 shirts, and we was going to go ahead and get them out to people. But the machine ended up breaking while we was making shirts. So we had to send the machine back to the company. The company sent us another machine. We just got the machine a couple days ago. So right now we are still making the first line of the first stock of shirts, the first stack of shirts, whatever you want to call it. We're doing that right now. It's in the process. So I will keep y'all updated with that. Just know we did not give up on it. We did not just throw it out the window. We are still working on it. It's a work in progress. All right, so y'all just hang tight, hang with us. We are coming. The Him apparel will be on sale soon, and I will keep y'all updated throughout these episodes. All right, and then last but not least, I'm trying to take Straight to the Point to more than just YouTube. I want to put it on different platforms that people can listen to it, or you can come and watch it on YouTube. All right, so Spotify, things of that nature. I want to get this up there. My cousin is going to help me do that. All right, so I don't know when it's going to happen, but once again, it's in progress. All right, so the Him apparel, me getting this podcast on different platforms is coming. It is on its way. All right, and then of course Logan McDougal, a good friend of mine, my part-time partner in crime, because he will be up here part-time. He is going to join my show starting next week. All right, so y'all are in for a treat. Now, let me go ahead and get straight to the point. First, I did not forget. I want to thank God for waking me up this morning, allowing me to talk about sports, which is something that I love to do. And without him, I would not be here right now. And one last thing I do want to say, I forgot. I do want to give a shout out to my Tar Heel fam, my Tar Heel organization. All right, so y'all have heard me say it a couple of times up here that I do coach an AAU team during the summer with my dad and my close friend / uncle, Coach PJ, and another close friend / uncle, Coach Reggie. All right. I want to give a shout out to not only them but the Tar Heel organization, the players, the parents, everything, because I really do enjoy that time of the year. Yes, the kids get on my nerves, no doubt about it. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I think every coach can say that, right? Because the kids, you see kids at their lowest and you see kids at their highest. All right, and when they're at their lowest, sometimes you want to strangle them. All right, but luckily I'm not a violent person, and secondly, at the end of the day, you build a bond with these kids. I was coaching them and training them in football and basketball this summer, so I do want to give a shout out to them because a large part of my summer was dedicated to them, but it was worth it. All right, at the end of the day, it was worth it. You watch kids grow up. I know I sound like a 50-year-old man right now, but that's what happens when you become a coach. You really see it from the coach's point of view, right? Me being a player for the first, for the first 13 years of my life. Not first 13, but y'all get what I'm saying. Me playing all the way up through high school, you see it from a player's view. But being a coach now, I see it from the coaching view. All right, so I want to give a shout out to the coaches, not just the coaches, the parents and the players. Tar Heel fam, can't wait to get back next year. And some of y'all actually hit me up to say, when is the next tournament? Fortunately, we're done. But we're going to next year. I will be telling people about the schedule and everything. So if you want to see me coach, if you want to see my organization, my dad's organization, if you want to see the Tar Heels play, just hit me up and let me know. So let's go ahead and talk football. This is what I'm here to do, and I'm about to do it. All right, the NFL, my NFL pyramid. So last year, for those of y'all that remember, I did NFL pyramid. Bottom to top, worst teams at the bottom, best teams at the top. The 6 levels were not winning anymore anytime soon / blurry future. That's the bottom. Second level is not ready, but is on the right track. Third, the next level is question marks. All right, these are teams that we just don't know. Right, we don't know what's going to happen. You got the playoff contenders, teams that I'm pretty sure are going to be in the playoffs or be fighting for a playoff spot. You got championship contenders. Those are the teams that I think will get to that next level, which is the AFC Championship, NFC Championship, and then we got the Super Bowl favorite, / favorites. I got 2 this year. Last year I had 1. Last year I'm like a fool. I picked the Raiders to be the Super Bowl favorite last year. Made a huge mistake. I had a reason behind it, right? Team went to the playoffs the year before, added Devontae Adams, added Chandler Jones. They can only get better, right? But somehow they got worse. All right, so I did get that wrong. But this year I'm about to get it right. So let's go ahead and let's get straight to the point. The first level, not winning anytime soon. These are the not winning anytime soon teams. Okay, so it's 6 teams, but the first 3 are not winning anytime soon, in my opinion. You got the Arizona Cardinals. We already know they're technically tanking. Okay, not officially, but technically they're tanking. All right, they're saying Kyler Murray is still not recovered from his injury from last year, so clearly they want him to be healthy so they can trade him at the end of the season, because we all know they're going to have the number 1 pick. They're going to get Caleb Williams next year out of USC to be their starting quarterback. And then they also have the Texans' first-round pick. The Texans will be a bottom 5 team this year, so they're going to have 2 very high first-round picks. Could be Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison. We don't know, but I know that they will be at the bottom because the team just doesn't have talent right now. There's nobody on this team that makes you say, ooh, watch out for him. Nobody. Isaiah Simmons, gone. J.J. Watt, gone. DeAndre Hopkins, gone. Christian Kirk last year he left, right? Could have maybe helped a little bit, gone. His team is just not good at all. Nothing about this team is good, so they're at the bottom of the list. Next, you got the Buccaneers. All right, the Buccaneers, to me, don't have a quarterback. This is the post-Tom Brady era. They're going to struggle. Simple as that. Todd Bowles might just get fired at the end of the season. It's not your fault, bro. You can only coach what you have. Baker Mayfield, Kyle Trask is not going to get the job done. Baker Mayfield might lose his job before the end of the season, so you might hand over to Kyle Trask. Kyle Trask going there. Kyle Trask, not Kyle Trash. Kyle Trask might go in there and look like Kyle Trash, honestly. Kyle Trash. You're right. It might just happen. So this team, to me, is at the bottom of the barrel. Not going to be good. Top 5 pick next year. Defense is not the same. Post-Brady era, the team is going to be at the bottom. The Colts. So the Colts, only because I don't think Anthony Richardson will be a good quarterback in this league. I think a lot of his hype came from the combine, not from what he did in college. I seen, like, every time I see an Anthony Richardson highlight, it's that same one play. I don't know who. I think they was playing Tennessee, maybe. I don't know who they was playing, but it's that same one good play that he had that I keep seeing. And I don't think that he's going to be a good quarterback in the NFL. I just don't. He could prove me wrong, but I think if he does prove me wrong, it's because Shane Steichen, okay, the offense coordinator from the Eagles last year who had that offense rolling, his scheme could really help Anthony Richardson. His scheme helped Jalen Hurts last year, but his scheme could also help Anthony Richardson be a decent quarterback. I don't think he'll be great. Doesn't have any weapons on the outside except for Michael Pittman Jr. Okay, who's pretty solid, right? Not great, not bad, pretty solid. Jonathan Taylor won't be there the first 4 games, and when will he come back? Will he come back off the pup list after that? Who knows? Him and the owner beefing, going back and forth. We don't know. This team, to me, is not winning anytime soon. Next is the same level, but these are the blurry future teams. So not winning anytime soon / blurry future. The Packers. Blurry future because we don't know what Jordan Love is. Simple as that. I think the team around him, Christian Watson, is going to be pretty good. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, they got a nice two-headed monster in the backfield. The O-line is okay. Romeo Doubs, he might be an okay receiver. Jordan Love, are you good or are you not good? This year is on you, technically speaking, because the defense, to me, is not terrible, but they're not great. But we're going to see. This year, is Jordan Love the answer to your problems? That's why it's a blurry future, because I just don't know. And it's just blurry because I don't see this team being good soon. That's why it's blurry to me. I just don't see it happening. The Patriots is a blurry future. I'm putting respect on Bill Belichick's name. I don't want to say not winning anytime soon, because they could be one of them teams that sneak into the playoffs this year if Mac Jones play like he did 2 years ago. So not last year, but the year before last, Mac Jones was actually pretty good. Mac Jones was better than Trevor Lawrence year before last. Yes, Trevor Lawrence was in a bad situation, but what I'm saying is Mac Jones was arguably the best quarterback out of that class 2 years ago. So we can take care of the ball, let the defense do their job, because they're under Belichick. They're never going to be bad. I love Christian Gonzalez, the cornerback that they got from Oregon. I wanted him on the Steelers, but they got him. Matt Judon, right? They have a couple of studs on defense, and offensively they run the ball. They got Zeke, who's washed to me, but Ramondre Stevenson, they're going to get a lot of touches. Mac Jones, take care of the ball, make the necessary throws. They don't have receivers, so you can't just push the ball down the field. You just got to make the throws when you need to. Can he do that? I don't know. It's a blurry future. All right, I don't think Mac Jones will ever be elite. So you don't have elite quarterback. I'm not saying you have to have elite quarterback in this league, but it's definitely beneficial. So the future is blurry to me. And Bill Belichick, we don't know how much longer he's going to be there. If they have another bad year, he might be out the door. So it's just blurry. The Falcons are a blurry future team. I don't trust the front office. I don't. This is not about talent on the field. This is about the front office. To me, last year, this offense was a top 3 rushing offense in the league. That means they had top 3 rushing numbers in this league last year. They're a great running offense. You realize I keep talking about the rushing offense. The rushing offense was just fine. Tyler Algier, rookie last year, had 1,000 yards rushing. They went and they drafted a running back in the first round, top 10 pick. I don't understand. You drafted a want. Bijan Robinson was a want. That wasn't a need. You need defense. The defense is terrible. But you went and you added to the offense to the rushing offense that was already good. That's why I don't trust this front office to make the right decisions moving forward. All right. And Kyle Pitts, right now, he's a bust in my opinion, because we all thought he was going to be such a great player coming out of college, because he's such a receiver. He's like a receiver build at tight end. Hasn't really done much. Drake London, we'll see. Desmond Ridder, we don't know. So to me, the future is blurry, and it's really blurry. The offense this year could be explosive because of Bijan and that rushing offense. So Bijan makes the offense more explosive, but you didn't need that, right? So it's not going to equate to wins, in my opinion, because you got to want. In the draft, you got to get needs, not wants, all right? So the front office is the reason why I'm saying this future is blurry, because the future is based upon your opinion, your decisions. Your decisions aren't that good, in my opinion. All right, next is not ready, but is on the right track. All right, these are the teams that, to me, will be good in a couple of years, not so fast. The Texans and the Panthers. They both got a rookie quarterback, all right, and they both don't have weapons around that rookie quarterback. So both of these quarterbacks, I think they're going to get killed this year because both of the O-lines are not that good. B, they're going to really be good in the future because they're going to really learn how to read defenses. There's two ways to beat a defense. Either you can out-scheme them or you can just outplay them. And when you outplay them, it's because you have elite talent. They don't have elite talent. Neither team has a number one receiver. Neither one. Neither quarterback has a number one receiver. Neither quarterback has a great number two receiver. Neither quarterback has, to me, a running back that you can rely on to win games. Dameon Pierce, we don't know because last year was up and down. Miles Sanders, to me, he's not a game changer at running back. Both those lines are very poor, right? So both the quarterbacks are going to get better because they're going to learn to struggle, but they're also going to learn how to read defenses because I got to go from my first option to my second option to my third option. I got to read the defense. I can't just say, okay, let me drop back. Let me find Jamar Chase. Let me drop back. Let me find Justin Jefferson. No, I got to learn how to read defenses. I got to learn how to go through progressions, which is going to help them in the long run. So y'all future is bright, but right now, y'all are going to be terrible. Okay, the Texans, though, what I love what y'all did. Y'all understood the assignment in the draft. Y'all got a quarterback and an edge rusher. Those are the two most important positions in all of football. I don't care what nobody says. You need a quarterback that can take over games and that can win games for you. And you need an edge rusher that can take over games and win games for you. Okay, those are two very important positions. Will Anderson, impact immediately. Will Anderson will win Defensive Player of the Year this year. Book it. I promise you that. All right? But unfortunately, the offense is so bad, they're not going to win any games. But Will Anderson will be a stud this year. And then the Bears. Okay, the Bears, I think they can be a playoff team this year. But in terms of getting to the Super Bowl or making an actual playoff run, they're one and done, basically. They're going to get to the playoffs. They're going to squeeze in. They're going to be one and done. So I say not ready, but on the right track because they're going to get better next year because they have 2 first-round picks. They have their pick and the Panthers pick. Panthers pick going to be a top 5 pick, so you're going to get a top 5 player, and then on top of that, you're going to have your first-round pick. All right, they added some defense this year in the free agency. They got Tremaine Edmonds, T.J. Edwards. They got some good pieces on defense. Offensively, Justin Fields, you got to win games this year, brother. You got to. Last year I said, just show me that you're a capable starter in this league. You did. This year, get better in the pass game. Go win games. You got DJ Moore now, your receiver from Carolina in that trade that they made in the first round. You have a number one receiver. You got Darnell Mooney, Chase Claypool for what it's worth. You have your legs because you're going to need them because the O-line to me is not great. And then in the backfield, you don't really have running backs that once again you can depend on. So you're the running back, technically. You're going to use your legs, but build that arm and win some games this year, and you will be a starting quarterback for the future. But this year, if you fail, you will not be a starting quarterback for the future. I promise you that. All right, so they're not ready, but on the right track. Next, we got question marks. A lot of these question marks are based on the QB. The Dolphins, the Browns, the Raiders, the Titans, the Commanders, the Giants. Those are 6 teams I just named, and they're all question marks because of the quarterback. The Dolphins, can Tua stay healthy? Yes or no? To me, Tua, when he is healthy, is not this. For some reason, I keep hearing if the Dolphins, if Tua is healthy, the Dolphins going to be a Super Bowl team. Negative. I think Tua has been hiding behind the brilliance of Kyle Shanahan. But Jay Betts, Kyle Shanahan coaches the 49ers. But Mike McDaniel, the head coach for the Dolphins that's calling the plays, came from Kyle Shanahan's offense, came from Kyle Shanahan's coaching staff. That's why I said that. I think he's hiding behind a great scheme, hiding behind the fact that you got 2 cheetahs at receiver. Guess what? I drop back and I throw it, and with that speed, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, you can't guard them because they're so fast. I think a lot of those throws last year was very inaccurate, but the fact that he got it down the field, not necessarily where it was, but the fact that it was down the field, his receivers were able to go and get it. So I think that he's been hiding behind that. The Browns, Deshaun Watson, is simple. Are you the old Deshaun Watson in Houston? Y'all gonna be pretty good. If you're Deshaun Watson from last year, you're gonna be pretty bad. Simple as that. The Raiders, Jimmy G. You're going to make Devontae Adams regress a lot this year. He's going to have the worst year of his career, in my opinion, when it comes to his numbers, because you don't push the ball down the field. That's just the quarterback you are. I can't get mad at you for that, right? But you're just not equipped to have good deep threats. Okay, so Devontae might be running a lot of slants this year, a lot of short end routes. His numbers are going to decline by a lot. But Jimmy G, if you're okay, if you're good, if you can take care of the ball, y'all still going to be bad. But it's a question mark. I just don't know. I don't know about Jimmy G. I don't know about Josh McDaniels. because y'all let me down last year. Thanks a lot. Made me look very, very, very stupid. Next, we have the Titans. Will Levis. Are you good? You have to me, still the best running back in the league, and you have a nice number one option at receiver. Teams cannot stack the box no more because they got to respect DeAndre Hopkins. So if you can throw the ball, then y'all will be a okay offense, right? You won't be terrible, but you won't be great either. But y'all can be a pretty good offense with Derrick Henry at running back. This is one of the running backs that you can really rely on to carry a team. And then you have a number one receiver. So if you can be a good passer, y'all can be pretty dangerous. I don't know. Question mark. Mike Vrabel always has that defense ready. So offensively, the question mark is at quarterback. Commanders, once again, question mark at quarterback. You winning, you got. I cannot think of this man's name for the. I swear to y'all, I did a video before this video, and I got stuck on this man. I could not think of his name. The offensive coordinator from the Chiefs last year. I'm so sorry. Cannot think of it right now. He came to the Commanders. Is calling the offense. If Sam Howell's good, this offense is gonna be good. They already have weapons. Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, Curtis Samuel. You got Brian Robinson Jr. in the backfield. You got Antonio Gibson in the backfield. The O-line is pretty okay. It's not bad. It's okay. If Sam Howell's good, they have a great defense, a great pass rush, perfect pass rush. Montez Sweat, you got Deron Payne, you got Jonathan Allen and Chase Young, great D-line, which helps the rest of the defense. And then Sam Howell, take care of the ball, make plays. Y'all might be good. It's a question mark because of the quarterback position. Giants, question mark as a quarterback. Daniel Jones, I don't know if I can trust you. I don't see Daniel Jones being a good quarterback in this league. Last year, what he did wasn't even that great, but it was good. Okay, I'm not going to overreact from what I saw last year because he just doesn't give me that watch out for Daniel Jones kind of feel. You know what I'm saying? So it's a question mark. Are you good? Are you not? I don't know. They paid you. They didn't pay Saquon, who makes you look good. They paid you. So you're a question mark. Are you going to be the guy that they paid, or are you going to be the guy that you've been previously? Which I don't know. I don't know why they paid you because I don't think you're that good. The Rams, question mark because of injuries. Can y'all stay healthy? Can y'all not stay healthy? Question mark. The Vikings are a question mark because you've lost Dalvin Cook. You've lost you lost Dalvin Cook defensively. You lost a couple of pieces as well. Y'all have lost. Y'all haven't really gotten anything. Y'all been losing stuff, right? You got Jordan Addison in the first round of the draft, who can help Justin Jefferson, right? If he's good, Justin Jefferson can be even better because you can't just key in on Justin Jefferson. You got T.J. Hockenson at tight end, so the offense is pretty capable. Defense, I can only name one player on the defense, right? Danielle Hunter, I don't even know if he wants to be there anymore. So once again, that could be a loss. Eric Kendricks, right? The middle linebacker. That's all I can think of right now. Harrison Smith, pretty washed to me. So the rest of you also Adam Thielen. So to me, this team is just I don't know. Question mark once again. And the Broncos. The Broncos are a question mark. I'm sorry, that's another team. The quarterback, Russell Wilson. Are you going to be the old Russell Wilson? Are you going to be the Russell Wilson we saw last year? I guarantee you he won't be that bad. But if you're closer to that Russell Wilson versus the other Russell Wilson, his team won't struggle. I don't care if you add Sean Payton. I don't care if you add John Madden at head coach. If Russell Wilson plays the way he played last year, you're going to be bad again. If he plays close to last year, you're going to be pretty bad again. Once again, question mark is with Russ. I can see a bounce back season, but that is the question mark. I'm not going to bet on Russ, and I certainly won't bet against him. Okay, next, the playoff contenders. All right, these are the teams that I think will be in the playoffs or compete for a playoff spot. Y'all, I'm trying to tell you right now, last year I did everything I possibly could to make this show not seem, cause I'm not a biased person, right? But when you turn on my show and you see the Steelers stuff in the background, you see me wearing a Steelers hoodie, you're going to think, this is going to be biased. Like last year, in my first episode, somebody texted my dad and said, I don't know about your son doing a podcast because I think he'll be really biased towards the Steelers. I was not biased at all last year. So I try not to seem biased because nothing I say is biased. This right here is a fact. We're going to the playoffs this year. For those of y'all that like to bet on teams going to the playoffs, you better bet on the Steelers. I'm trying to say we are going to the playoffs this year. We ended the season last year 6-2. 6-2 with a rookie quarterback. 6-2 with to me a very young offense with the O-line that was here and there. Some games we looked okay, some games we looked pretty bad. TJ Watt missed 7 games last year, and we still managed to get 9 wins. So for those of y'all saying the Steelers not even going to be in the playoffs, not even going to be above 500 team this year, how? I'm not understanding how. We have a top 5 defense: Minka Fitzpatrick, Cameron Hayward, TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith. We added Joey Porter Jr. at our cornerback position. We added Patrick Peterson, who had a pretty good year last year in Minnesota. Okay, let's just be real. We still got Levi Wallace at corner. Not elite, but not trash. He's in the middle, okay? But he's our 3rd corner, or maybe our 2nd corner, right? We added Cole Holcomb, a middle linebacker from the Washington Commanders, all right, who was a dog. Look up the film. All right, this team defensively is great. Offensively, Kenny Pickett ended the year last year 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. This year in preseason, people say don't look at preseason, do not take nothing preseason. Kenny Pickett balled out. The throws he made are the throws he's going to make against anybody. When you watch a quarterback, my ball placement, that doesn't depend on who I'm going against. That's just, do I got it or if I don't got it. You know what I'm saying? Some things you can look at and say, oh, he's going against backups. But ball placement, that's something you just have. Okay, George Pickens will be a top 10 receiver in the league this year. Mark it, bank it, I promise you. Deontay Johnson, a great number. He was a good number 1. Now he's technically a number 2. Najee Harris, Pat Freiermuth, Prante still is a lock in the play for being in the playoffs for sure. The Ravens, I just gotta respect the culture. All right, the Ravens has always been good all my life. For the most part, they've been pretty good. Great defenses. This year, the defense is not so good. I almost put them in the question mark section, to be honest with you, because Lamar Jackson's in a pass-first offense this year. I don't know how that's gonna work out. All right, but we're going to see. We're going to see. I was being respectful because I don't want none of y'all coming at me sideways talking about something. Oh, you hating on Lamar Jackson or whatever. Playoff contender. All right, the Cowboys. The Cowboys are playoff contenders simply because of the conference they're in. That's it. That's all I got. Dak Prescott, let me tell y'all something. Dak Prescott is terrible. Okay, I hate to come up here because I didn't play in the NFL. I don't know what it takes to be an NFL quarterback. I don't know, but the film tells me that he missed 5 games last year and still led the league in interceptions. In the game they lost in the playoffs, he threw 2 interceptions. That tells me that he is not, he is the reason why y'all lose games. He's the reason why y'all will never get to the Super Bowl, which is a conversation for another day. We'll talk about the Cowboys next week, but y'all is a playoff contender only because the conference is weak and you have a pretty good defense. The Saints, playoff contender, division is terrible. Division is terrible, you better win the division. The Saints don't win the division this year. Saints fans, you will not hear the end of it, I promise you. Because you got Derek Carr, who was an upgrade from Andy Dalton, and Jameis Winston. All right, Chris Olave, Michael Thomas coming back from injury. He should be able to stay healthy. AK suspended, but he's going to come back. You should win the division. Should, no doubt. Playoff contender. The Bills. The Bills are a playoff contender. You got Josh Allen at quarterback. Anything is possible. I think they're going to take a step back that way. They're not going to get better. I think they're going to get a little worse than last year. The Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen drama is real. Von Miller's still hurt, but I got to put respect on their name because they have been over the past couple of years with Josh Allen on winning culture. The Chargers, playoff contender, lost dramatically, terrible, tragic loss in the playoffs last year to the Jaguars. You blew 27-point lead, something like that. I can't get the numbers right. I think it was 27 points. You blew that lead, and I think you paid Justin Herbert to be a playoff-winning quarterback. He has to win a playoff game this year. He has to. You have the weapons. You have Keenan Allen. You have Mike Williams. You went and drafted a receiver first round. Okay, so you gave him 3 number 1 receivers technically. You got Austin Eckler in the backfield. Defense is respectable. Chargers playoff contender team. And you got Kellen Moore, offensive coordinator from Dallas Cowboys. That's a huge addition. This is a playoff team. The Lions, a playoff team because, once again, the conference is weak. I'm not with the Lions' hype, but I'm not against it. I'm not with it because I don't think they're going to be that good, but they're going to be good enough to probably get in the playoffs. All right, and then the Seahawks playoff contender. The Seahawks went to the playoffs last year. Geno Smith had a great year last year. Not expecting the same Geno from last year, but I'm expecting them to get into the playoffs once again. Weak conference, they will be a wild card team. Championship contenders, all right. Championship contenders, we got the 49ers. The 49ers, I really want to put them as a Super Bowl contender so bad. But the team they're going to have to go against in the NFC Championship, who I'm talking about in a little bit, it's just too much. It's just too much. All right, I love Kyle Shanahan. Y'all know how much I talk about him. He is the only coach that can turn any quarterback into a potential star in this league. Mark my word. Like, that's how great of an offensive mind he is. Brock Purdy was the last pick in the draft. And we're talking about this guy being the franchise quarterback of this organization because of Kyle Shanahan's ability to call plays and make that man look good. It is as simple as that. Kyle Shanahan, what he does is so underrated. He's just great, all right? And something I'm going to talk about next week is the whole Trey Lance drama. I think people are blowing away out of proportion. I'll talk about it next week. 49ers championship contenders, they will be in the NFC Championship, I promise you that. Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence. I've talked about you, and when you got drafted, well, of course I didn't have a show when he got drafted. When he got drafted, I told, you can ask my friends, I said, Trevor Lawrence, you are the next Peyton Manning / Tom Brady / Drew Brees in that category. You will be. That's how I view Trevor Lawrence coming out of college. All right, the first year had a bad coach, had a bad team. Last year, he took this team to the playoffs. He wasn't expected to go, but he took them without a number one receiver. Christian Kirk was his number one receiver. He made Christian Kirk look like a number one receiver, but he didn't have a number one receiver. Calvin Ridley was his number one. Is now his number one receiver. And Calvin Ridley, to me, is going to make this offense so much better. This offense is going to be so explosive. Trayvon Walker, edge rusher from last year from Georgia. He's going to get better this year. Josh Allen already a good edge rusher for this team. I think that this team can really make it to the conference championship. They have a chance at least. All right. Next is the Bengals. I just got to respect Joe Burrow. I got to. This is a respect thing. I think they're going to be a little worse than last year. But when you get in the playoffs, man, that's a quarterback that I don't want to go against. All right, Joe Burrow is he has that fear factor in him. He has in him what I don't see in all the quarterbacks that I talked about in the last category, in the question marks. He has that, man, I don't want to play him kind of vibe to him, of course. And of course, you got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon. Good offense. Defense took some hits. They lost Jesse Bates. They lost the other starting safety. Can't think of his name right now. But I think offensively they're gonna be too good to where you just can't outscore them every time. I think they'll be able to outscore you. All right, and then next I got the Chiefs as the championship contender. That's right, the Chiefs are not a Super Bowl favorite this year on this show. All right, because I just spit facts over here. Okay, the Chiefs are good, but they're not better than the next two teams. All right, I have nothing against the Chiefs. Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes, who to me is 1A and 1B for top 5 quarterbacks in my opinion. All right, between him and A-Rod. A-Rod ain't going nowhere. A-Rod had one little bad year, but A-Rod in the past 3 years have twice as many MVPs as Patrick Mahomes. Think about that for a second. All right, because the next team I'm gonna talk about is the New York Jets. The Jets, look, I'm so tired of people saying the Jets not gonna be good. I'm so tired of people saying the Jets are so overrated, y'all. Aaron Rodgers is in New York. Aaron Rodgers has a top 5 defense in the league, led by Sauce Gardner, led by Quinnen Williams, led by C.J. Mosley, led by Jermaine Johnson, led by Carl Lawson. This defense is disgusting, okay? And I'm trying to tell y'all, week 1 against the Bills, they're going to beat the Bills. Stamp it. I promise you. Okay, this team is coming. All right, he has Garrett Wilson, who won Offensive Rookie of the Year with no quarterback last year. So imagine what he's going to do this year. He has Dalvin Cook. He has Breece Hall. He has Allen Lazard as a number 2, somebody he's comfortable with. He has Randall Cobb, somebody he's comfortable with. He has McCole Hardman, a very good weapon from the Chiefs. This Jets team is coming, okay? And if y'all don't want to hop on the train, please don't hop on it when it starts moving, because it's going to start moving Monday night. Do not jump on it then, okay? It's not safe to jump on a moving train. All right, so I'm giving y'all a chance. Between now and next week, I'm giving y'all a chance to jump on this train that's called the New York Jets. All right, I think the Jets really will be in the Super Bowl this year. And the reason why I had to make 2 favorites is because the Eagles, man. Jalen Hurts. I did not believe in Jalen Hurts last year, leading into last year. But what he did in the Super Bowl, y'all, he played better than Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. He outplayed who y'all say might be the greatest quarterback ever. He outplayed him. He fumbled the ball one time, and that's what really kind of let the game open up a little bit, because it was going to really blow them out, I think. This Eagles team, to me, y'all talk about the losses on defense. Let's talk about the additions on defense. Y'all, they added Jalen Carter, who was supposed to be the number 1 overall pick. He is now in that D-line beside Jordan Davis, beside Fletcher Cox, beside Hassan Reddick, beside Josh Sweat. This pass rush is going to be amazing next year. And on top of that, you add Nolan Smith as well from the draft. And then offensively, you still got Jalen Hurts, you still got A.J. Brown, you still got Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. At running back, you got DeAndre Swift now. Offensive line is still top 5. This team ain't going nowhere. I don't care how many coordinators they lost, how many defensive players they lost. This team ain't going nowhere. All right. And so that's my 2 Super Bowl favorites. And that is it for today's episode of Straight to the Point Podcast. Thank y'all for listening. Please, please, please spread the word, because the Straight to the Point Podcast is back. And I'm coming with heat this year, y'all. I promise y'all. This is going to be way better than it was last year. All right. Much love. God bless.